it's not just basketball with you, though. You've obviously covered all sports, but I think back to a recent article about Davante Adams. And, I want to kind of do a little 6 degrees of separation with Davante Adams. First and foremost, his situation with the Raiders and now Jimmy Garoppolo and not Derek Carr. And the validation he actually – it was so refreshing to actually hear an athlete talk about external validation for once. Say, you know what, it meant something for me to make first-team All-Pro without Aaron Rodgers. Like, he didn't make me. But now he's got to find a chance to make it work with Jimmy Garoppolo, potentially with no Josh Jacobs. And I think Davante recently came out and said, like, yo, we need that guy. We got to find a way to make this work. Like, where do you see Davante Adams at this point? And is he just lost in something of an untenable situation? Like, turning around the Raiders, which he says to you that he wants to do, seems like a tall task to say the least at this point.
This is essentially the tug of war that is, I feel, his life right now, and the central tension of the piece, which is unwavering commitment on his part and optimism in the face of extraordinary obstacles. Also being realistic. This is clearly rebuilding. But he's not at that age. You talk about age. He doesn't, as he said, I don't have time. I want to. Came here to do this, but I can't make myself younger. I can't, I'm ready to win. I want to win. I came here for a reason. He said, I didn't come here to just be cute with Derek. Like, I really believed in this organization. I believe in this organization. So I just think it's tough because, like, as a receiver, there's only so much you can control, right? Like, that's
what's so crazy. He kept saying to you, I control what I want to control. Receivers are the most dependent position on the field, arguably. Like, you can't throw himself the ball.
And that's so hard, right? Like, and that's why I thought what he said was extraordinarily mature in that piece, which was, I recognize that I don't have control over a situation that isn't perfect, far from perfect. At the same time, I burn to achieve what I want to achieve in the limited window that I have. So what can I do? And that's why it was called the race against time, because he is going to continue to race and try and give everything to try to make this work. But you're up against sort of the one thing you don't have control over also, which is time. None of us have. It's literally you're trying to catch a ghost. Like, it's impossible. So I just think you will see from him what you always see, which is extraordinary effort, heart, intelligence, passion, leadership. But what else can you do with your team? I mean, I just think it's going to be a rough year, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I wrote down chase yourself from that story. That was one of the nuggets I got. I love that that mantra, that mindset. Going back to assignments that I'm assigning you to.
Where's my pen? Let's get this pen out.
I'd like a Mirin Fader feature on Aaron Rodgers, believe it or not. I think a lot of people at this point are kind of sick of him,
Yeah.
But just I wonder. I don't know. Maybe there's a different side of him that you can uncover for us.
Would he be? I think it's an interesting thought. Like, and I thought of that so much when I was doing this piece. I was like, God, I kind of wish I could get that, like everyone else, get that story. But is he at the place where he would be frank in the way that? See, the thing with profiles. And it doesn't have to be this way, right? Like we talked about, the Giannis thing. You don't exactly need full access. But the thing that really makes a profile sing is when the subject and the writer are clearly in connection. And connection doesn't mean I'm on your side. It just means there's clearly an intimacy there, a professional intimacy, where you feel heard and understood and you feel seen. And the writer is not here to show you that she's the star. She's here to write your story. And I think that I don't know if he would do that. Aaron would do that, right? But I think if he was, that would be so incredible.
Hey, thanks so much for kicking it with your main man, Michael Smith. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, but also subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Rate it, review it, tell your friends about it. Oh, and be sure to follow me on social media.